Shalom everyone, and welcome to the Westchester Israel Independence Day celebration. My name is Nadav Shachmon, and I'm the Westchester Senior Shaliach on behalf of the Jewish Agency and the UJA Federation, and I'll be your host tonight. This evening, we're celebrating 73 years of independence for the State of Israel, and for that, we have prepared an amazing program. We're going to travel across the country, enjoy an incredible Broadway show, and hear some special greetings that were made just for you. So now, get a drink, sit back, and enjoy the show. As you can see, the first stop in our virtual tour is Jerusalem, when our story began more than 2,000 years ago. I remember as a child growing up in this magical city how lucky I was to live in one of the most important places for the Jewish people. They say, if walls could talk. Well, if these walls could talk, they can tell us the story of our nation and reveal where we came from. The famous Jerusalem stone represents the courage and the faith that brought us back to our homeland. So tonight, we're going to focus on our love and appreciation for what makes Israel such a special place. We're going to start our musical show in just a little bit, but first I have the honor to introduce the president of the Westchester Jewish Council, Lisa Roberts. From its very first day of existence, the council put Israel at the center of its agenda. Tonight's celebration is just one of the endless Israel program the council is bringing to the Westchester Jewish community. Lisa, the stage is yours.
Good evening. It's great to see so many friends here tonight to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut. I'm Lisa Roberts, and I'm honored to serve as the president of the Westchester Jewish Council. The council is proud to serve as the central communicating, convening, and connecting organization for Westchester Jewry. Since 1975, we have worked closely with our 130-plus member organizations, including synagogues and agencies, which in turn serve the Jewish community of Westchester of nearly 150,000 Jews. The Council's sole purpose is to connect and strengthen our Jewish community, and we all benefit from the work done by our dedicated staff, officers, and board members in the areas of security, government relations, connecting Jews to Israel and to other ethnic and faith-based groups, and by working with our member organizations across the county to help them better engage Westchester Jewry. Connecting our community to Israel has always been an important part of the Council's mission. We have been on the ground, convening our signature roundtables for Israel professionals and active lay leaders from around the county. We host a monthly Israel Connection webinar series on current topics. We coordinate the participation of many of our member organizations in the annual Celebrate Israel Parade, and we have planned events to commemorate Israel's independence, including a record-breaking Israel at 70 program just a few years ago. And from the beginning of the Shlichut initiative here in Westchester 8 years ago, the Council has played a key role, along with the Jewish Agency for Israel and UJA Federation of New York, in working to foster a broader and deeper connection to Israel through our Shlichim and Shinshanim. What began as a way to bring Israel to life for our community through a multitude of Israel engagement avenues for adults, children, and families has expanded and deepened into an unparalleled opportunity for building mutual understanding. And while the pandemic has forced changes to the model, we look forward to a time in the not-too-distant future when we can once again be in person sharing these important experiences. As we join together to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut, this Israel Independence Day, we are grateful to Nadav and all of those individuals who made this event happen, and to all of you for sharing your love for Israel.
Thank you, Lisa. After more than a year without Broadway, we've decided to bring you a special show, Broadway, the corner of Ben Gurion Street, a tribute to some of the most loved Broadway tunes in Hebrew and English. From Fiddler on the Roof till today, we have the honor to have the talented musicians and actors from Music Talks to take us to this extraordinary musical experience. Elad, shalom.
Toda Nadav and ha'atzmaut sameach Westchester. After Broadway has been closed for a full year, Music Talks is proud to bring Broadway to your home. We've gathered some amazing talent to sing you beloved Broadway tunes that actually can tell the story of Israel. We'll start with the musical Company and the song Being Alive by Stephen Sondheim. In this song, we can hear the story of the state of Israel, the community, the people, the support. Being alive.
Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep. Somebody sit in my chair and ruin my sleep and make me aware of being alive. Being alive. Somebody need me too much. Somebody know me too well. Somebody pull me up short and put me through hell and give me support for being alive. Make me alive. Make me alive. Make me confused. Mock me with praise. Let me be used. Bury my days, but alone is alone, not alive. Somebody crowd me with love. Somebody force me to care. Somebody make me come through. I'll always be there, as frightened as you, to help us survive. Being alive, being alive, being alive.
Hi, I'm Rabbi David Levy, and I want to wish you a happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from everyone here at Westchester Reform Temple.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Arnowitz.
And I'm Rabbi Dalton,
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut.
from your friends at the Westchester Jewish Center.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut
From your friends at Temple Israel of Northern Westchester.
Welcome to Masada, everybody. Did you get the chance to see this incredible place? Did you also have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to climb by foot, or did you take the cable car? At any rate, this is truly a place where you can envision what was Jewish life like 2,000 years ago, and how wonderful it is to be back. Tonight's event could not have been possible without the incredible support of the UJA Federation. The Shlichut Initiative of the Jewish Agency is grateful for the strong partnership and commitment throughout the years. Here is a short greeting from Cindy Gollum, Regional Chair of UJA Westchester, and Audrey Stein, Regional Director for Westchester at the UJA Federation. See you in a bit.
We share a lifelong commitment to UJA and to Israel. We're so proud of UJA's ongoing and evolving work to always support Israel.
While we are grateful to be connected virtually, we cannot wait to land at Ben Gurion Airport one day very soon. Happy 73rd birthday, Israel.
From a million dreams. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. That's Israel.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I dream of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I dream of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world we close our eyes to see. We close our eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I dream of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from Westchester Day School.
Ha'atzmaut from all your friends at the Hebrew Institute of White Plains. The Shana Haba B'Yerushalayim, may we celebrate together next year in Jerusalem.
Hi, it's Rabbi Stein from Greenberg Hebrew Center, and we are wishing everybody in the Westchester Jewish community a happy Yom Ha'atzmaut.
Wishing all of you a happy Yom Ha'atzmaut.
From all of us here at Congregation B'nai Israel in Arma.
Yom Ha'atzmaut Yisrael.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the same JCC.
Next is Hamilton. Take Hamilton and make it Theodore Herzl, the visionary of Israel, the founder of the Zionist movement, the person that never got to see the founding of Israel, but Israel exists because of him.
I may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell our story, I'll tell the story of tonight. Rise up when you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up. Tell your sister that she's gotta rise up. One of these colonies gonna rise up. When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's gonna rise up. Tell your sister that she's gonna rise up. Rise up. Young and dream of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Know that we can win. Know that greatness lies in you. But remember, from here on in, history has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you. History has its eyes on you. Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? And I am not thrown away, my shot.
Thank you, Music Talks. We will hear from you in just a little bit. Between songs, I took a little trip to northern Israel, to the Baha'i Gardens, in one of Israel's most gorgeous cities, Haifa. This is one of the most special places in the city, not just a symbol of coexistence between all religions, but a place that can also give you a few ideas for your garden this spring. Now, I'm honored to welcome a special greeting from Israel's Acting General Consul, Israel Nitzan.
It is my pleasure to join all of you in celebrating the 73rd anniversary of the State of Israel's independence. Yom Ha'atzmaut is always a very appropriate time to acknowledge the relations we have forged and the bonds we have strengthened. I personally value the friendships I have made throughout the Westchester Jewish community, as well as the Westchester County, and appreciate all your steadfast support of the State of Israel. Both nations share a history of reaping the rapid success that followed the building of thriving societies, which were dedicated to our shared values of peace, prosperity, and liberty. However, we don't have to go back to as far as 1776 or 1948 to see the strength of our bonds. These last few years have brought the US and Israel closer than almost ever before. And the same is true of the relationship between Israel and the Jewish community in the United States. We faced challenges together, from the rise of anti-Semitism to a global pandemic, we have also shared success as Israel made its mark on many areas such as healthcare, cybersecurity, innovation and technology, and even entertainment. I know that many of you watched Israeli sensations such as Shtisel and Fauda religiously. As we welcome Israel's Independence Day, we celebrate the renewal of Jewish self-determination, of building a strong and independent nation. But we also want America's Jewish community to remember that self-determination doesn't literally mean going it alone. Israel will always be there for you, and we are sure you will always be here for us. We are one family. Like all families, we may have some members that go off on their own paths sometimes, but in the end of the day, the bond of being one family can never be broken. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Happy Independence Day.
In the Israeli version of the musical Peter Pan, the role of Tiger Lily is performed by Israeli Arab singer Chaya Samir, one of our finest. Choosing Chaya Samir to be Tiger Lily that forms unity with Peter Pan is such an amazing message of Israel, of diversity and unity.
ידעתי רוח טובה נוגעת מעליי, עוטפת מלטפת, רוח מרוחות השמיים דוהרת על ענן מלטפת. ידעתי רוח טובה חומקת מתוך הקשת, חומקת ונוטשת אמונים בך הרוח הטובה. נתתי אמונה ואת נכונה לרוחות השמיים, תפילתי אשא בואי רוח הטובה. לרוחות השמיים תפילתי אשא בואי הרוח הטובה. בואי רוח טובה ועל גבך מתהלכת, בואי קחי אותי מהכאב. לרוחות השמיים תפילתי אשא בואי הרוח הטובה. השומע קרא רוח תפילתי, השומע מצדדי ליבי, היודעת את הרוח קריאתי בתוך ליבך, קוראת אני קריאתי קריאתך, אשמע את קולך. בואי ואמרי לי כן, בואי ובשמך אקרא לך ויתרפן. אל רוחות השמיים תפילתי אשא בואי הרוח הטובה. אל רוחות השמיים תפילתי אשא בואי הרוח הטובה.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the Bethel Synagogue Center. Hashiveni ve'ashuva el ha'aretz ha'tova.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from Kol Chazanim, the Westchester Community of Cantors.
Hi, I'm Karen Kolodny, and I have the real privilege of being the CEO of the JCC of Mid-Westchester. All of us at the JCC wish Israel Mazal Tov, happy Yom Ha'atzmaut to everybody.
Yo!
ha'atzmaut sameach. Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the Jewish Center. Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the Pelham Jewish Center.
So let's say Mazal Tov Yisrael. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
JCC of Harrison.
Happy Rosh Chodesh Nisan, everybody.
On behalf of the Sinai Free Synagogue Shreka community, we want to wish Israel a joyous 73rd birth. Happy birthday. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach Yisrael.
The Tony Award-winning musical The Band's Visit is the first musical that takes place in Israel. In the title song, Omar Sharif, we have a truly Israeli experience. Friday afternoon, watching Arabic films on TV, where Israel and our neighbors mix in a harmonious way that we can all inspire for.
Kultum and Omar Sharif came floating on a jasmine wind from the west, from the south, honey in my ears, spice in my mouth, dark and thrilling, strange and sweet, Cleopatra and the handsome thief, and they floated in on a jasmine wind, Kulthum and Omar Sharif, and they floated in on a jasmine scented wind. Kulthum and Omar Sharif. Friday evening, Omar Sharif, in black and white and blurry through tears. Oh, my mother and I would sit there in a trance. He was cool to the marrow, the pharaoh of romance. Sunday morning, Kulthum, her voice would fill our living room. The ship from Egypt always came sailing in on a radio wave, and the jasmine wind, deep perfume. Kulthum and Omar Sharif, and the living room became a garden. The TV set became a fountain, and the valor runs into the garden, and everything grows. Kulthum and Omar Sharif came floating on a lemon leaf, flying in on a jasmine wind. Kulthum and Omar Sharif, and they danced with them on a jasmine scented wind. Kulthum and Omar Sharif.
Shalom from the lowest point on earth, the Dead Sea, where you can float on water and get a fabulous skin treatment. We have a special greeting made for you by our previous shlichim and shinshinim all the way from Israel. In the last 6 years, the Jewish Agency, together with the UJA Federation, brought to Westchester shlichim, Israeli emissaries like me, and shinshinim, Israeli gap year students. The focus of our work is to create a live bridge between Israel and the community in Westchester. Last year, we had a delegation of 8 shinshinim working with more than 40 Jewish partners. And this year, we created, together with our local partners in Westchester, a groundbreaking virtual platform allowing more than 1,000 students in Westchester to enjoy a realistic learning experience of life in Israel. Our former shlichim and shinshinim are back home, and some already started their army service. However, the connection they made here will last forever. For tonight's celebration, they prepared a special greeting for the Westchester Jewish community. Let's watch.
Shalom Westchester, I'm Oshana Rosenberg, former senior community shlicha to Westchester. We wish you all happy Yom Ha'atzmaut.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut! Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach!
Hey everyone in Westchester, it's Yoav. Wishing you guys a happy Independence Day. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Can't wait to see you guys back here soon.
Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach!
Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Miss you all so much.
Ha'atzmaut Sameach. Love you all and miss you very much.
Hey, it's Ofen. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, everyone.
Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach!
Next, we're joined by Broadway star Daniel Reichert from the original cast of Jersey Boys. Daniel is going to sing for us Life is a Cabaret from the musical Cabaret, which truly tells you the story of Israel. It's beautiful, it's exciting, it's entertaining, sometimes it's rough, but it's always fun in Israel.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Oh, life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow that horn. Start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 assorted rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and said, "What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea when I
Today is Israel's Independence Day, celebrating 73 years of independence.
We are so happy to be part of this amazing celebration put together by the Jewish Agency for Israel's Shlichut Initiative and the Westchester Jewish Council.
We'd like to take this moment to wish you a very happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from your friends at Scarsdale Synagogue.
Chag ha'atzmaut sameach. I'm Rabbi David Wolfon, and I want to wish you all a happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from Temple Sha'arei Tefillah in northern Westchester. Chag ha'atzmaut sameach.
Chag Ha'atzmaut Sameach from the Israel Committee and the entire congregation of Temple Bet Abram.
Chag ha'atzmaut sameach.
From Temple Israel Center.
Next up, it's the Israeli musical Casablanca that celebrates the pride of Sephardic Jews, like myself, in the title song Yesh Kavod.
בקסבה בחצי היום כשהשוק פתוח הייתי ככה סתם הולך עם החזה מתוח כולם אומרים איזה קנון עובר בסמטאות עושים שלום מכל חלון כל הכבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי יש יותר כבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי תמיד למי יש יותר כבוד כשהקרב היה בוער והכיתה לא זזה היה אומר המפקד אתה ראשון יא קזה כולם ידעו שקזבלן ראשון תמיד לצעוד ומאחור הם צעקו כל הכבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי יש יותר כבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי תמיד למי יש יותר כבוד הולך עם בחורה ביפו בין 40 ואם תרצה יהיה אצלי ישר בין הידיים אך לא אפריע לבחור שלא יתחיל לראות כי יהיה אצלי פשוט פרינציפ יש כבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי יש יותר כבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי תמיד למי יש יותר כבוד אם בשיכור לאיזה בר אני אותו מרגיע הוא אף אצלי מן השעון ישר בג'בליה אחר כך בא והוא חוזר ובקטן מאוד מרים כוסית ואז אומר כל הכבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי יש יותר כבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי יש יותר כבוד כולם היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי יש יותר כבוד היו יודעים אז טוב מאוד למי תמיד למי יש יותר כבוד יש
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from Keshet.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut. Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach from Hillels of Westchester.
Dear friends, my name is Rani Yeger and I'm a research fellow at the Kogod Research Center, part of the Ideas Engine of the Shalom Hartman Institute. It is my great pleasure and privilege to wish you a happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from Israel. Chag Ha'atzmaut Sameach to everyone.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the JNF USA, Westchester and Southern Connecticut family. I'm Diana Sklar, board president.
And I'm Rebecca Zimmelova, director. We're both so proud to play such an integral role in fulfilling the Zionist dream through our work.
To our friends in the Westchester Jewish community, may this year be another one of strength and growth for the land and people of Israel. Amen.
Amen.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut.
From Scotland.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from J Street, Westchester.
We are joined by Metropolitan Opera star Janae Bridges in the song Climb Every Mountain from The Sound of Music that really tells the story of Israel. Against all odds, we have Israel.
Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your
התליית התחת, התליית המובן, התליית המעט שנותר.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the Academy for Jewish Religion.
There's nothing like celebrating Israel's Independence Day.
So, from the APAC Westchester and Riverdale team, we'd like to wish you all a very happy
Yom
Ha'atzmaut.
Hi, I'm Lacey. Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from Achi, American Communities Helping Israel. Please visit our website, www.achi613.org, and you'll find our Israel market with over 100 vendors selling their products to you. Remember, we say, think Israel, buy Israeli.
Shalom! From the FIDF Westchester and Connecticut chapter,
We wish you a happy Yom Ha'atzmaut. Chag Sameach!
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut! Woo! Bye!
Thank you for joining us tonight. Please raise a glass to life, l'chaim, from Fiddler on the Roof, Mazel Tov Israel, with a klezmer twist. Enjoy!
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut from the Jewish Education Project.
We continue to bring you the best of Israel. To all the Jewish educators out there, continue celebrating and continue teaching all of your kids to love and be proud of Eretz Israel.
Amen.
Happy Yom Ha'atzmaut! Happy President's Day! Happy Israel Independence Day!
You ready? Yeah. Can you say happy?
Happy
Yom Ha'atzmaut. Can you say that? Beautiful.
Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach.
Happy Independence Day, Israel.
You're 73 already? You don't look a day older than 48.
Mazal Tov and Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach from all of us at AJC, American Jewish Committee, Westchester Fairfield.
Before we end this incredible evening, I wanted to take you to the place where everything started. Exactly 73 years ago, David Ben-Gurion took a chance and made the impossible possible. In the lower level of a museum in the heart of Tel Aviv, he declared the state of Israel, and the rest is history.
אנו מכריזים בזאת על הקמת מדינה יהודית בארץ ישראל. היא מדינת ישראל.
Before we say our goodbye, I wanted to thank Music Talks for a wonderful program, all of our partners who send these incredible videos, the Jewish Agency, the Westchester Jewish Council and their staff, and of course the UJA Federation. And I want to thank you for being with us tonight. So happy Yom Ha'atzmaut, leitraot, and see you next year.